Casey's Raw again, and this is Talking Wrestling with Casey's Raw. A lot of people is shitting over Monday Night Raw. I mean, was there a bunch of problems with it? Yes. But I had to give props in a few spots. The whole promo between the New Day and the Usos was brilliant. It was very nice to get you prepared for Friday night's fight for the pretty much the reigning longest WWE Tag Team Champions of all time versus the second reigning longest, plus currently holding the belts. Like the New Day said, they're chasing, the Usos are chasing them in their quest. To me, I feel like New Day deserved to have that record upheld, because you never hear anything about from Big E, Kofi, or Xavier Woods having any problems. Xavier Woods is probably the only one has a little blemish with this sex scandal with Paige still. That's the only thing I can think of, but it's not even a scandal. It's just sex video got leaked out. But while the Usos, both of them been in a DUIs multiple times. To me, I'm like, they're obviously red hot right now. But having them being the longest tag team champions of all time, I don't think so, because, you know, one, they have a bad police record right now. Granted, I think it's been almost 2 years since they had a DUI, but that's not like 20 years without DUI, but that's why I feel it should go to the New Day. But the promo between each other was brilliant. Really draw me in from Friday's matchup. The only thing that really killed it was Matt Riddle coming in randomly. I'm like, I can understand they're trying to put a 6-man tag team match. They could have done something different, like the Usos with Solos attacking the New Day and being overwhelmed by one extra man. Then you have Matt Riddle come out to help out the New Day. No, they decided to have Matt Riddle come out and do the stupid bongo bullshit. I thought that was stupid. It really ruined that promo. I was super. Well, I guess I'm not gonna give this Raw a good review anyway. Now looking at it, it deserved to be shit on now, especially what they did to that legendary promo. But then another thing, they brought back the 24/7 belt. You hadn't seen this thing since Triple H took over. I wasn't even sure. I thought maybe Dana Brooke still had the belt, but I couldn't tell you for sure, because for like 3 months they didn't have that fucking belt on the show. And gladly, I thought it was fully retired because how I hadn't seen it. But it looks like it is retired now after Nikki Cross beaten Dana Brooks for it. She was having that trance walking through the backstage with Damage Control, and I wasn't even listening. I mean, I wasn't even watching at the time. I was like, I was disgusted that the 24/7 belt was back. And then I heard chunk, and then I looked up and Nikki Cross didn't have the belt. I was like, did she just chunk the 24/7 belt? And yes, she did, but she missed a fucking trash can. But it's pretty much shown that the 24/7 belt is done. Unless I got a bad feeling they might do a hacksaw on this one, where you remember when Scott Hall dropped the WCW television belt? That has way more prestige than this freaking belt did. And Scott Hall dumped that belt in the trash can. And then miraculously, that trash can traveled across the country, and where Hacksaw pulled it out of the trash can and became the television champion again. But this should be the death knell for the 24/7 belt. Hopefully this is it. It looked like it will be, because they, like I said, they had not shown the 24/7 belt for like 3 months. And now it's been chunked into the trash can, or at least beside the trash can. Hopefully that damn thing's retired now. No one liked it. It's like how the Song Monster says, the parade of jobbers or losers was running around and going for that belt. Honestly, that was the jobber belt. That's like, I remember when I was a kid, I invented a belt is for pretty much the jobber. It was called the Loser Championship. The only way you can lose that belt, I mean, if you lose, you actually gain the belt. And if you keep losing, you retain the belt. But if it's because to highlight your losing streak, and when you finally win a match, that other person becomes the loser champion. That would have been a better idea than this fucking 24/7 belt. I mean, if you can, like, people been saying this forever now, that if they're gonna have this 24/7 belt, they should have brought back the hardcore belt. I mean, at least the hardcore belt has a little history behind it. But it was stupid. They're like, we need a belt. We need to drive ratings up. You know what always drives ratings up? It's a new belt. So, it was stupid. And then, yeah, this Raw was actually pretty bad, now thinking about it. Because you had Seth Rollins come out and offer a United States Championship open. And then it would have been awesome if it was Finn Balor going for the belt. But it was interrupted by who came out? Oh, it was the OC came out and interrupted. And then you could see Seth Rollins keep that weird, that sneakily face, like, I'm gonna leave now. Like, right in the middle. He couldn't even put it. Should have done that right in the middle of them. That's how obvious it was. I can understand if it was obvious, if he just snuck away and given that smile. That's one thing, like, not as obvious. It would have been great, but he made it super obvious. But it would have been great to have Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Like Finn Balor said that Seth Rollins cost him gold, and this actually has a true story behind it. Is when the Universal belt came out, and Seth Rollins buckle bombed Finn into the guardrail and hurt him, where he had to drop the belt on Monday Night Raw. So, I would love to see Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the United States belt, but honestly, we had Judgment Day versus OC. Then later on, freaking Seth Rollins reissues it, where you had Ali and Bobby Lashley wanting to go for the belt. I liked how Ali was like, I'm gonna get this, I'm accepting the challenge, and then like he was swiped from the side, and then it was Bobby Lashley, and then they were fighting back and forth. And then I wasn't even watching the show closely at this time, when the match was happening. And then between Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins, and I looked up, it's Austin Theory, and I was hearing this rumor that, oh, he might go for a different belt instead of the Universal Championship. The Undisputed Universal Championship. I was like, no, why would you go for a mid-card bout? Or at least anything lower than the Intercontinental title? Well, he went for a belt that he held before and lost. And I was listening to Wrestle Talk. He's like, he could have saved his briefcase and answered it earlier, but they failed to mention it was offered up twice before, so he could have took it one or the other time without costing his Money in the Bank briefcase. So it was I don't think this is really burying Austin Theory. It was a way to get the briefcase off of him. But if you're going to take the briefcase off of him, let him cash it on Roman Reigns, have a good back and forth match, and then let him lose, and he could still save face. Nope. So, it was, now thinking about it, it was a really bad Raw. So, the only real good thing was that promo until it got ruined by Matt Riddle. That sucks. You're not gonna always have a winner, but this was a freaking turd of a Monday Night Raw. God. And it was stupid. I'm like, he couldn't answer it the other two times. That's like, it's like someone winning the fucking Powerball, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure, see if I can win it. I'm not gonna claim it now. I'm gonna see if I can trying to win it again, and then you losing your winnings. So, yeah, this was a pretty bad Raw. So, talk about the Powerball. It having the technical difficulties. It's 8 hours later, and they still couldn't get the drawings. Like, what could be the problem right now? I mean, they could pop the top and have someone pick the freaking balls out. I made a joke saying the ping pong ball puller died while pulling the ping pong balls out. But, yeah, I smell scam from the government. This is BS. We're at the biggest prize in Powerball history, and there's technical difficulties, and 8 hours later we still couldn't get results. I can understand, give us an hour and we'll fix the problem, we'll have a solution or whatever. Not like 8 hours and counting and still no drawings. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.